Linear functions and critical points. What are critical points? Critical points are the key coordinates or key points that are used when working with linear functions. A linear function has two critical points, the x-intercept and the y-intercept. The x-intercept is the point on the x-axis where the graph representing the function crosses the x-axis. In our illustration, the x-intercept is at the point 3, 0. And we can label it the x-intercept. At this point, the value of y is 0. The coordinate would be x, 0. The y-intercept. The y-intercept is the point on the y-axis where the graph representing the function crosses the y-axis. Here is an example. The green dot is placed at 2 on the y-axis where it crosses the graph. We could label that the y-intercept. At this point, the value of x is 0. Our coordinate would be 0, 2. You could represent any y-intercept with the coordinate 0, y. Now, how do we use x and y-intercepts? Plot an x-intercept, plot the y-intercept, join the 2 points, and we have the graph of a linear function. Now, a second method would be to find the slope of a line. Let P1 be at 3, 0, and P2 at 0, -5. Join these 2 points with a straight line to represent a function. Now I want to find the slope of the line. We know from our previous work that the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If we substitute in our values, -5 minus 0, 0 minus 3, we will come up with the slope value of 5 over 3. If you are given the equation for a linear function and need to find the x and y intercepts, you could create a table of values. What is a table of values, you ask? A table of values is a table that you create to find the x value when given a y value and to find the y value when you're given an x value. Ah, great, now I know. Here's how it would work. We would put in an x and y value in 2 columns. In the first, we would put the heading x and y. In the second, we would put 0 for x and a question mark for y. And in the third row, we would put question mark for x and 0 for y. Now we need to fill that in. But we need an example, and here happens to be one. 2x plus 7y is 14. Let's start by substituting 0 for x into the equation and solving for y. 2 times 0 plus 7y is 14, so y must be 2. Now we will fill in the question mark with the value of 2 in the table. And now let's find the value for x. Substitute 0 for y in the equation and solve for x. 2x plus 7 times 0 is 14, so x is 7. Now replace the question mark with 7 in the table in row 3. Use this table of values to create a chart. So we have a coordinate of 0, 2 and a second coordinate of 7, 0. Now we need to plot 0 and 2, 7 and 0, connect the dots. Now we have the graph of the linear function. Add the equation name to the graph so we know what equation this line actually represents. Great job! Now let's put your knowledge to work.